Blessed be everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to connect to your spirit guides and ask them a couple of questions. But before we do, I'm Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft and tarot and shadow work, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And if you want to start reading the tarot, whether that is professionally or just for yourself, your friends and family, I now have the Confident Tarot Reader course. The link to sign up for that course is in the description field below this video. So today we're going to be doing a tarot reading, but it's going to be helping you connect to your spirit guides. And the cards that I've chosen to do this are the court cards and the major arcana. I have come across this technique before very recently where the person only used the court cards, so you could do it that way. But I like to also use the major arcana cards as well, because I find that the major arcana cards can also connect you to that personal guide. So your spirit guide or guides are your beings from non-3D reality who are there to guide you and help you along your path. So they're not there to walk your path for you. They're there to offer assistance should you ask them to help you. And it can be really tricky sometimes to listen to our spirit guides or to really understand even how to communicate to them or how they may be communicating to us. So the tarot is a great intermediary to help us connect to them and to help us understand what advice they're trying to give, what sort of guidance they're trying to give, how we might be avoiding their guidance or just not getting it, and how we can move forward with the advice that they do give us. So just take your minor arcana cards out of the deck for now, and then just shuffling the major arcana cards and the court cards, and just focusing on asking, who is my spirit guide right now? And I'm just going to do like a mock reading to see what comes up for me, to give you an example. And we've had a couple that have fallen out, so we only want one, so you only want one card. So when you feel like you're ready to stop shuffling or a card does fall out, you can take your deck and pull out a card. And I have the Moon card at the moment. So even though the moon doesn't necessarily represent a being as such, like say the Queen of Wands would, the moon card represents that energy of the moon, and I associate the energy of the moon with the lunar goddess, the goddess of the moon. And what the spirit guide is sort of saying to me, or what the spirit guide is about, is helping me tune into my intuition, helping me tune into connecting to my inner guidance and my inner self and even my spirit guides, and also to help me overcome the illusions and the delusion that may be around my thinking and my perception at the moment. And how you can find out what your guide is focusing on, or what this guide is about, is the energy of the card and the meaning of the card itself. So that's what I'm seeing here with the moon. And I can see that in my life at the moment, when it comes to working more with the feminine energies of receptivity and receiving, and just being able to let go and receive and connect to the higher self through the intuition, this card is making a lot of sense to me right now. So you can put that card aside and then bring in your minor arcana cards, and you can then put them together. Now you can take the court cards out of this reading if they're going to be confusing in any way, and just use the minor arcana and the rest of the major arcana as guidance. But the question you're going to ask now, because you've figured out who the guide is, or the energy of your guide at the moment, and what the focus is, you want to ask, what guidance do you have for me? So I could ask the Moon card or the Moon Goddess, what guidance do you have for me today? And so shuffling the deck, and when I'm ready, I'd like to just cut the deck and then come to the card that comes after that. Oh, I have here the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is about sorrow. It can be about separation. It can be about hurt. It can be about grief. And the guidance that would be issuing, I'm sensing from this card, would be about dealing with those wounds, dealing with the wounds of the heart, dealing with past wounds of the heart, dealing with any grief or any resistance that I would have to connecting to the intuition. Really looking into the emotional realm and connecting with thoughts behind that. These swords are the cards of the mental realm. And so when you're working with them in a way for guidance and connecting with spirit guides, it's a little different to your typical divination kind of way of working with the cards. So it's not that they're predicting something, it's about they're telling you a way to work. So the guidance would be to work with any hurts of the emotional realm of the heart, and to look at that from an intuitive point of view, so connecting to the heart energy, and maybe also looking at the thoughts behind that and how the thoughts are interfering with that connection, because we've got these swords piercing the heart here, and this is really the swords of thought or the thinking that are really wounding the heart. So the thoughts are wounding the heart, the thoughts are piercing the heart, the thoughts are separating the heart from the higher self, the thoughts are separating the feeling, the intuition, the heart sense from the truth, from the reality. So it's important to be aware of that fact that they are. If you were to look at this, I guess, from a physiological point of view, particularly if you were looking at a physical ailment, then you might relate that to the heart organ itself. But in this case, with the Moon card, I was really sensing that it's to do with the intuition, the illusions, and really digging deeply into the unconscious and discovering how thoughts are wounding the heart energy, which is really, really interesting. I wasn't expecting that to pop up. The next question would be, well, how do I move forward with that then? How do I deal with these swords in the heart? And this one fell out. So this is the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is generally like swift, active motion, the need to take action. So how I move forward is to just simply take action, and to take action swiftly. It's just a matter of acting and doing it swiftly, aiming straight and just going for it. So this is very much an action card. So this would be how I would read that energy. Just move forward, just take the step, just take the damn step and just move forward. And I can understand how in relation to me that would be, because it's kind of like you should know this anyway. So the cards are really just saying, you know, you know what you've got to do anyway, and that is move forward out of it, do something about it. You have the modalities and the skills to do that, so move through it. And then the last one that I'd like to draw is to ask my guide, what am I not seeing here? What am I avoiding or not seeing? Basically, how am I getting in my own way? Or what am I not seeing? We'll see what the cards have to say about that. And this one is the Two of Wands. So again, we're dealing with action here. So perhaps what I'm really not seeing when it comes to this card is I'm not seeing how much I actually do have and how much I can actually do something about this. I'm not seeing the reality of it. I'm not taking the action that needs to be taken to be able to see things clearly at the moment intuitively. I have everything I need to be able to do that, and it's really a matter of me deciding what exactly it is I am going to do and how exactly I am going to go about this. I have a lot more than I think I do, and if these cards are sort of relevant to you too, this would indicate that you have pretty much everything that you need. This is a card of dominion, so it means you have the world in the palm of your hand. You've already acquired some things because you've got 2 wands there holding on to the one of the wands and looking out to sea as if waiting for the ships to come in. So yes, this can be a card of waiting, but it's also because of the wands energy that I got before that, the 8 of wands. This is about the fact that I need to also look out and see things from a bigger picture, and I need to watch the ships as they come in as well, because I'm not seeing this. The question was, what am I not seeing? So this card is saying you need to watch and see what comes past your view. Look and see. Even wait to see the ships come in as you take the action. Make sure to wait and see the ships come in and take note of them coming in when they do come in, because there is more that I have available than I would have thought that I did anyway. So you can keep asking different questions and getting more of an understanding of what the message is from your guide. In this case, it's really looking at honing in on a particular type of guidance because you're working so finely with the tarot, rather than it necessarily being a more general guide. And who is that guide and how long have they been there for? And this is to do with a guide that is with you right now, that you need to be contacting right now. It could be a guide that's been with you forever. What's their message and what role are they taking right now in your life? So have fun with your tarot. If you want to become a confident tarot reader and read the tarot intuitively and confidently, whether that is just for yourself or for friends and family, or if you want to do it professionally, then sign up for my new course. It is called the Confident Tarot Reader. It starts at the end of May, and we will be doing that live over Zoom. There will be replays for those of you who can't make the live. If you sign up after May, that's fine too. You can still do the course, because all of the recordings of everything will be made available in the course website. So if you want to become an intuitive, confident tarot reader, then sign up for the Confident Tarot Reading course. The link is in the description field below this video. If you like the video, do hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and check that you are still subscribed. And I will see you on the next video.